Welcome to my mission garden tour today, May 6th. Just in underneath my apple tree here. I just wanted to show you this microcosm that's going on. We have lemon balm. This stuff just smells amazing. Oh, we have a nice fungus going on here with this branch. So that's just been kept down here. And then we've got wood chips. Now there used to be about 6 inches of leaves down here. As you can see, there's not much left. The leaves are pretty much gone. And down in here, the soil, I mean, it's so light. It's so much better than it was before, and it smells so good. So there's a little bit of leaves there underneath the wood chips still. Breaking down, beautiful mold. There's all kinds of fungus going on down there. This poor old tree was not happy when we moved in here, and as you can see by the stump, it's kind of leaning over. It was stretching out, trying to get away from the blackberries. And so what I've done, as we just move over here, I put in this trellis, and I've put in a trellis over here as well, and kind of just to support the tree. And we'll do some pruning. We'll take out some of these. We've got like 5 branches going over here up the trellis, and the top one and the bottom one, they're not great shape, so I might just prune them off. I've also got some, I'm trying to get this guy here. He's underneath the tree, and you can see how he comes way down. Yeah, and he goes up because he's being torqued up by this branch here. Trying to get it to go up instead of down because it's been on the ground. So there's the apple tree, and it's doing pretty well. And we're working away at getting our top terrace that we've reclaimed from the neighbors who knew it was ours but was using it anyway. I moved the fence over and put in some bricks. Just hop up there and I'll show you. So I'm using bricks as fence post holders. Got some spikes that were too small. They're 3x3, and these are 4x4 posts. These guys here are I believe it's 5.5 by 6.5. So 4x4 will fit in there nicely. This top one will hold it from going this way, and it'll go into the right down the middle here, and this one here will hold it from going that way. And the same idea with this one. And then I'll need a couple of more down the ways. And just pack it up with some crushed gravel, and that'll make it nice and sturdy to hold up this little fence here that I got for free down the road. People were taking down and changing their fence. And then we'll put on some water totes. I've got 3 of these, and they'll come up here to collect rainwater off of the roof with a sump pump, and then water the gardens with it. Bam! Look at that sucker, eh? Just beautiful. This thing is so pink the camera can't handle it. And this one next is going to be busting out pretty quick here. Another bright pink one. This faded pink rhododendron. Just gorgeous, gorgeous. The people who were here really did a good job in picking what they planted. Things just, they bloom at different times. And really give some color. Check out this tulip. She's done. But the colors on these things are just phenomenal. Just really cool. Very cool. This is underneath our Asian pear tree. There's some burdock there. There's some bee balm, which bees love. Some bergamot, I think. Looks like there's azalea needs to be pruned back again. And then there's this little espalier. Well, it's not espalier. It's again leaning out, just like the apple tree was. Here's a slightly better view of it. You can see that I've got some strings. I had a couple of suckers coming out here, going straight out, and I thought, well, maybe if I can get those to grow horizontally, we will be able to balance the tree a bit. And just down below here is a little white house. That's my first mason bee house that I built with varying success. I ended up drilling it out to put in tubes because the tubes allow us to clean out the bees and get rid of the pollen mites. And so you come into here, this is the one shelter, and you can see how these are pretty much full. There's a couple of holes left here and there. These guys are pretty full. Costco had, oh, now here is a block that's been drilled out, which is a problem because you cannot clean them out. The way I do it though, this will be, these will hatch next year and they'll go into tubes, and then I'll probably throw this block. I just wanted to capture as many as I could because I've had a hard time this year. This red thing I just got from Costco. So, hello Mr. Wasp, you can go away now. So we have a bunch of clean out mason bee homes here. So you can split this all apart and clean them out. In the next spring, they can go in the back up into here. In the summertime, if I'm lucky enough, that will collect butterflies. And then on the side here, this is really just decoration. Some mason bees may take it, some others might as well, some other types of bees. But again, you can't clean them out. So you just let nature take care of itself there. They will, some of them will perish because of the pollen mites. A little bit further down in the garden, another 2 terraces down, is another run here. We've got some hostas, we've got some strawberries, we have some knotweed, which I'm working on. We've got some blueberries, got more pink flowers. Now the bucket over there is got dirt in it with mud. If the mason bees want some mud from there, they can take it. It's probably not the best quality. Another huge pink azalea. And a blueberry plant that didn't get pruned very well. I can even see it in the camera. So we come along here. This is my 5-year-old asparagus bed, and we are eating asparagus from it tonight. You can see that we've got lots of asparagus this season. It's been great. They still aren't very tasty, but that's probably because they're so young. And then this is some garlic that, yeah, there we go. There's some garlic that needs to be split and shared among the garden. And then here we have some industrial mason bee blocks for a friend of mine. And you can see how there's some of them are plugged up. They're doing well. There goes one. She's going in there to find her house. Pretty busy here, although it's been so cold. I think I lost a lot because of the cold. And this isn't an ideal situation. As you can see behind it, it should really be against a building, but obviously I don't have one here. So, but they're busy. They're not as busy as they used to be. I think they're dying out. But I figure that bee just left. She'll be back in about 20 minutes with either pollen or nectar or mud. And she'll do that all day for a couple of weeks or so. And that'll be about it. Can I get in there and see that one? See her sitting there? There's another one. Yeah, they're busy. So that's the fun we have here in the spring, is these guys, girls. Down another couple of steps, and we have our espalier Asian pear tree. This has 4 different types of Asian pear grafted on it. And hopefully it will be doing better this year. I obviously need to do some pruning of the grass and the bergamot and the basil and the oregano and there's some dandelions. Another beautiful plant. My brain's dead. So just behind me, and let's go up there. Over here. This is the garden that I built last year with the hugelkultur design from a tree that I took down at the very top of the property. And Mom has planted our kind of orphan dahlias in it, so it's going to be this huge amount of dahlias for this next year. So that'll just help the soil get built, and you'll see. It might just end up being a flower bed. I've got some work to do on it yet anyway, but it should be beautiful. And here we are back at the bottom level of the yard. This is a little mason bee, double-sided, going sideways, which is different. It did really well last year because it was in so much sun. This year, there's not very much room here, so it doesn't get sun a lot. But you can see, I can get in here without tripping. There's a couple. Actually, there's only a couple. I think there's 3 on the other side where they've finished. There's one there and one there. It's not a terribly great position for it, so I was just hoping to get a few, and then we'll just keep them and put them out again next year, and those few will fill it right up. So there you go. That's the backyard again. It's been project after project. We will see you again soon. Thanks for watching.